Welcome back to this multi-time frame analysis. We're going to be going over pound USD, and we're going to start on the monthly time frame as always, going onto the line chart and identifying quickly some trends and critical areas of structure that are relative to where price is at or could potentially be going. So for this one, we could see some trends going on right here, some areas of structure manifesting right here. And let's go back to the candle chart. So we see this area of structure on the 133 level being pretty significant. So let's just mark this up. And additionally, we could check out this trend again. So depending on the way you draw it up, and that's why trend lines are a little bit tricky. If it's, I prefer the line chart just because I have a single method, but we do have another opportunity right here with this wick to the wick, which is giving us a resistance zone as well. But we'll just remove these for now. My initial trend was broken actually, so that's why we're looking for some buying opportunities. But at the moment, because we're hitting this structural level of resistance, which happens to be a monthly level as well, so we'll do structure, and this is going to be monthly. We're going to look for some shorting opportunities right now, so short-term shorting opportunities. Now, we did hit 100% on this previous leg, and that is a good indication for us because that means we had a healthy retracement already. So now we can start looking for some shorting opportunities on the lower time frames. So you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, initiated, tested, confirmed, and right now we're in the process of testing this area of structure once more. So that's why we're looking for some short-term shorting opportunities. And our take profit would likely be this zone right here, which was actually an area of structure as well. So we'll just mark that up. Since this is going to be a short-term trade, structure, and this was monthly as well. Okay, so for this particular trade, because we're hitting 100%, what we're going to be doing, and it's really going based off of structure, there's not a major pattern that's being presented. So let's go back down to the daily and see if we identify anything going on here. And as well, there's not great indication of a pattern being formed. Let's see, we can look at this ascending trend line and we can wait for that to be broken. We have a little channel being formed right here as well, which would be, once again, a good indication that we are respecting this area of structure and likely to make another fall from here. So we do have that channel that we're respecting. So it's 2 pieces of evidence. Remember, we always want to have at least 3 pieces of evidence of confluence before we actually execute a trade. Let's go down to the 4-hour, throw on our script that we created for you guys. So you can see we're still in a bullish environment contextually speaking, but we're starting to get a little bit exhausted as we approach this area of structure, the 133 zone. And as we're doing that, we're starting to make lower, higher highs and lower, lower lows. So that's a good indication for us. In addition to that, we can see that the EMAs are starting to get exhausted as well. So they're starting to get a little bit more flat. And that's a good indication that it's going to cross over. And contextually speaking, our environment will be ready to go. So right now, we just need to be in a position where we're waiting patiently for structure to give us a good indication that we are not only respecting the zone, but we're also retesting it on the 4-hour and the daily time frame. So until then, we're just going to be waiting for the next couple of hours or potentially days for the opportunity to present itself. But until then, we're just going to mark it up the way we would take the trade, assuming it does end up abiding by our expectations. So this would be a 1 to 2.5, roughly speaking. Let's see what this stop loss is at. We'll put it at the 20. So it's a 1 to 0.3, and this is giving our trade a little bit of breathing room. Remember, this is a zone. It doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to be respecting it completely. So we got to give the zone itself a little bit of breathing room, because it's not a finite point that we're going to be testing. And for this one, like I said, on the 4 hour and the daily, what we want to see is something like this occur, where we're coming down, as in we're respecting this area, and then we're coming back up and we're retesting it. And that's where we'll be looking for entry on a confirmation candle. Until then, let's just stay patient, keep monitoring this every couple of hours, every 4 hours, and we could be seeing something coming to fruition by the end of the week or early next week. No need to be greedy, guys. We've had a kind of a difficult week. We were eating up into some of our profits last week. We're still doing roughly around 300 total so far this month, with accumulated profits last month around 5,000. So there's no need for us to be completely greedy at this moment. We did scrape away a lot of pips last month, and right now we're just going to be waiting until we get some better confirmations, because the markets are being a little bit more volatile at the moment, especially as the fundamentals are being released on the potential vaccine and its viability. So that being said, we are talking about pound USD. Going to be waiting for the next couple of hours, looking for confirmations. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.